Welcome back, everybody. Julia here, and today in the kitchen we're going to be making Southern funeral sandwiches. I saw this on a Facebook page. It's a Southern thing. I love this recipe. I've used it a bunch of times, and I absolutely recommend it. If you aren't already following them, follow them now. They're hilarious, and every once in a while, a marvelous recipe. So let's start with the ingredients. 1 pound of ham, 12 slices of provolone, and 1 stick of butter for melting later. 1 package of Hawaiian rolls, you know which kind. 1.5 tablespoons brown sugar. I always, and I mean always, pack it. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Okay, y'all, you need to just ignore my fingernails, okay? I got a life. 1 tablespoon of minced onions. 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Don't look at my hand. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and that is the correct spelling. So the first thing that you want to begin with is you want to slice your Hawaiian rolls in half, and you want to do that lengthwise. So going horizontally, use your bread knife, and to the best of your ability, get it in half. And so now that you have it split, you're going to take the bottom half and put it in, and reserve the top for when you're completing the sandwiches. And take the whole thing, put it in this here. So you're gonna have to smush it to get it all the way in when you're using a regular 9x13. And there you go, the bottom half. Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay, now we have melted butter. All melted. I've been whisking it a little bit just to make sure that there are no clumps. Then I'm going to go ahead and put in, now this may be out of order from what the video has, and definitely check out the video, it's awesome. So there's the 1.5 tablespoon of brown sugar. You want to go ahead and whip that up while you're going about your business. Then we're going to put in, so now we're going to put in the minced onion, and that is 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. And it doesn't need to be exact. Also, if you like the flavor, add more of it. Okay, we're into 1 teaspoon onion powder. Just 1 teaspoon. Two tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Say it however you want. 1 tablespoon Dijon mustard. So I like a little extra tanginess, so I use a little more than 1 tablespoon, and it does look funky when you're putting it in. And then just whisk it all up. Now what I do is I let it sit for at least 5 minutes, just so that we can rehydrate some of the onions, because I want a stronger onion flavor without having to add more powder. And it really is simple, just a little bit of time to rehydrate your spices. So while that's rehydrating and we're just setting it aside, we're gonna go ahead and assemble our sandwiches.
Okay, my darlings, this is when we're going to put on the meat. Obviously, the meat goes on first because I've already started stacking it. So I stack it this way because the fold already exists, and I think it's pretty, but you can stack it any which way you want. You want to stack it diagonally, open them all the way up, whatever, with whatever kind of meat you choose. So obviously, I'm choosing ham because that was shown in the original video, and I like ham. And ham and provolone taste wonderful together. So here goes the provolone, 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 provolone. And you'll have to excuse my OCD moment right there because they exist all over. So anyway, put on the provolone, layer it exactly how you see here, and we'll be moving on.
So now that I have all the meat and the cheese on there, I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on just how it came. There we go. So once that's on, you're gonna start pouring your sauce. One of the things that you need to be doing during the whole process is to make sure that you've been kind of whisking up the sauce or whipping up the sauce as you went along so that none of the dry ingredients settle on the bottom, and you want to help the sugar kind of dissolve in this process. And the more you kind of whip, the more it dissolves. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour this over the top, and it's gonna be beautiful. And you just pour it however you want to. Just try and keep it inside the pan, which will be the hardest thing you do. The last step will be to cover it in foil. When covering this with foil, you want to make sure that you seal all the edges as best you can so that all of the heat stays in, because we like melty cheese. Once that's done, into the oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. You know your oven, so you know how long it'll take. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. Okay, my beautiful darlings, I always go through and I make it little sandwiches, and you can make it 2 or 3 big, or just depending on how many people you have. Like my nephew would prefer like a 4 corner piece, which is delicious. He's not wrong. So anyway, I love the corner, and I've already cut it. And normally I use my Pampered Chef mini spat, but I used it somewhere and now I can't find it. So I'm gonna have to probably just buy another one. I'm a kitchen in transition, right? Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. The deliciousness that is happening on this plate. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have this with a Dr. Pepper. Just kidding. I'm having it with water. Or am I? So anyway, there's my beautiful Southern sandwich. Southern funeral sandwich, whatever. And the reason that it's called funeral sandwiches, I'm guessing, is the same reason we do funeral potatoes, because it does a large batch and so many people get fed with one tray. So you can give it at funerals, you can give it at, you can do it for parties and whatever, but you absolutely need to serve it warm. So eat it up right when it comes out, give yourself 5 minutes so it's no longer lava, and enjoy. Love it. Talk to you guys later.